Hello everyone, thanks for coming outside with me today. I have been asked a lot recently as we approach the beginning of a lot of archery seasons across the country here. Hey, what is your full archery hunting setup? Like, what do you do with your arrows? What do you do with your bow? Do you use a rangefinder, broadheads? What's your total arrow weight, etc, etc, etc. So today I'd like to go completely over all of that. I'll skip all the boots and the camo and the calls and all that sort of stuff. No one really cares. We're all here to see what kind of weapon someone's using and how they're effectively using it. So we'll start from the back to the front. So we'll start with the release. I use a true ball release. This is a true ball stinger. It's like 25 bucks on eBay. I like shooting a release that has a stiff arm to it. So like, for example, like Scott makes something like a little goose, or true ball makes like the fang, and they'll be on a lanyard or something like that, and it doesn't sit rigid, right? So that release, that caliper portion will sit there and it'll flop all around, it'll whack you in the hand, it'll whack your stand, clank off metal, make all kinds of noise. I like this rigid so that way when it's on my wrist I can turn the whole thing around, it'll lay on the back side of my hand and it'll stay out of the way. I just use an inexpensive buckle release. I used Velcro for a while and no problem with it, but the thing that made me go to a buckle permanently is I drew back on an animal once and it caught on my jacket, the Velcro wrist strap did, and that sound of the Velcro, the deer ran off, and so I swore I'll never use one of those again. Alright, so the lethal part of the weapon. Everybody wants to know about arrows. Everybody wants to know about broadheads, how fast your bow shoots, what your arrow weight is, so let me go through it. This is an Easton Axis arrow. I have enjoyed the Axis. They're a really great arrow. I shoot 300 spine, so that's 10.7 grains per inch of carbon. I shoot a 6-inch white rat, 3 same colored blazers. In this case right now they are all white, and I shoot some sort of fluorescent colored knock, normally green or orange, in this case orange. I shoot the broadhead adapter ring, the size 5, because this is a 300 spine arrow, and then I shoot an iron will 100 grain broadhead up front. So that accumulates to 476 grains of total arrow weight. That's pretty heavy by a lot of standard average whitetail archers. For my bow, I shoot a 2011 Hoyt carbon element. It has the fuel cams on it. The reason why I shoot a 2011 bow in 2017 is because I do not see a reason to upgrade. I shoot a 1/4 inch RAD Super Deuce 38 Peep. I use Bowjax, Slipjax that go in between the strands of the cables. Trophy Ridge 5-pin React sight served me very, very well. I really do enjoy this sight. I definitely would buy a sight where I don't have to mess with a whole bunch of tiny little Allen screws, but I didn't have to mess with, you know, kind of loosening screws up here and then kind of tapping this back and forth to get it left and right, up and down. If you're kind of thinking, why would you go with a toolless sight? Use one. You'll understand very quickly why they make toolless sights and why a lot of people desire them. The rest is a QAD HDX. I enjoy shooting a drop-away rest. I find it to be a little bit faster, a little bit quieter, a little bit more forgiving. So that's just me. Everybody has their own personal preference on it. I don't have the actual quiver here, but I have the bracket on here for it. This is a Bohning bracket. It's for the Bohning links. It's a 4-arrow quiver. Works for all arrow diameters. I've used it from the Axis all the way up to big fat gold tip shaft. Super quiet, super easy on and off, and I don't feel the need to take more than 3 or 4 arrows into the woods. Here in Pennsylvania, once you shoot a deer, you can't continue to shoot other animals. You have to get down, effectively ruining your spot most of the time. You have to get down and tag that animal and then get back up into your stand. Pretty much just get one shot and your hunt is over. So there's no need for me to carry 5-6 arrows in my quiver. Stabilizer is a little bit on the large side for most people, but I do like a longer stabilizer. Just something that I'm used to shooting 3D and shooting competitively, just having that little bit of extra weight on the front end, having that little bit more stabilization. It really makes this bow sit beautifully in the hand, just slightly tilted forward. Offers a great vibration-free release after the shot. It's just worked really well for me. So I have this bow cranked down as safely as I possibly can. Right now it's just a fuzz under 61 pounds. Of course I'm shooting it at a 30-inch draw with a decently long D-loop here. 60 to 70, so I shoot it at 61. And it works really well. I could shoot a mechanical broadhead out of it. I could shoot a fixed blade broadhead out of it. I'm going to keep shooting at that weight, and until the bow starts tuning poorly, I'm just going to stick with what I have. So that's all for this video. If you have any other questions about any other parts of my setup, my clothing, my boots, my whatever, feel free to hit me up over on my Facebook page. I always try to get back to people as soon as I can. I hope you're able to get out and enjoy the sport of archery, enjoy the sport of archery hunting if you so choose. Get outside and enjoy God's beautiful creation, and we'll get to see you next time.